Hello and welcome to the section 5.4 lecture today. Today we're talking about percents, solving percent proportions. The word percent is a compound word made out of per, meaning out of, or we also saw that in unit rates. And then cent is in a lot of other languages, the word for 100 involves cent in some way, shape, or form. So the key concept here with percent is that percentage number over 100 is always equal to the is over the of. So we have some key words that we want to find. We want to find percent, is, and of, and put them into the correct place in the proportion up above. So if I get some problems like we see here, it says what percent of 90 is 15. So when I'm seeing these problems, a lot of times I just use underlining, and I'm saying what percent of 90 is 15. So I know that my of word is 90, my is word is 15, and the question word is on percent, so I'm looking for that percentage. Sometimes you'll see people when they're looking for a percentage, they'll label it with a P. So percent over 100 equals is, which is 15, over of, which is 90. And we want to solve this proportion. Whenever we're solving these proportions, you have strategies that you can use that we've talked about in the previous videos. Most of the time, probably the quickest way is to use either the solving equations strategy or the reciprocal property and then solving equations, because most of these are pretty simple in terms of proportions that we've looked at. And so there's not a whole lot happening. I'm just going to use solving equations strategy because my variable's on the top. And so the percentage I'm looking for, I am going to want a calculator today, I can already tell. Pull that over there, put that there. Let me drag that, please. There it is. Get that over there. Bear with me as I get this set up. All right, that should be okay. And I know you can't see some of the buttons down here, but that's totally fine. You don't really need to. So I have 15 divided by 90 times 100. And we're going to be rounding a lot of our numbers today. Typically, I look to the nearest tenth or tenth of a percent. So I'm looking for one decimal place. This one is going to be 16.7 is what we're going to have. Since it is the percent that I found, I should put a percent symbol on there. Okay, same idea. Highlight, figure out what we're looking for, those kinds of things. 55% of 60 is what? So the is my question word, of is 60, and 55 is my percent. So percent over 100 equals is over of. To solve this, we're just going to multiply both sides by 60 and see what we come up with. You can do this operation in really any order that you want. I'm looking at 60 times 55, and I want to divide that by 100. And I get x is equal to 33. Not too bad, good to go, and move on to the next one. 139 is 113% of what? So this is my is, this is my percent, this is my of. So percent over 100 equals is over of. This is one that I need to use my reciprocal property first to flip it over so I can solve it. So we're going to go 100 over 113 equals x over 139. Multiply both sides by 139. And it looks like we're going to be dealing with some bigger numbers here. 139 times 100 divided by 113. 123, pretty much on the dot. Okay, let's go ahead and keep looking. Getting a lot of practice today, that's good. What is 58% of 39.6? Percent over 100 equals is over of. Pretty easy to use my solving equation strategy here. And then we just do our calculation. Oops. 39.6 times 58 divided by 100. 22 point, let's call it 23. Just using our rounding rules to the nearest tenth, that would have bumped it up to 10, which makes that 23. Next one, 32 is percent of what? Percent over 100 equals is over of. If you like it better, I should go over at least one where I do use cross products. If that one makes a little bit more sense to you, you can totally do that. Multiply 32 times 100, 3200, 160 times x, and then divide by 160. Oops. Divide by 160. A lot of the calculations, again, are going to be the same, but if you like that method better, I would say it's a little bit more work, but not too much. Okay. Last one on this side, what percent of 60 is 35? We're looking for our percent over 100 equals my is over my of. Solving equation strategy is probably the best one here. Just multiply by 100 and you'll be done. 35 over 60 times 100, 58.3. And that is a percent, so we should have our percent symbol. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the other side. Here we have a couple application type problems that just kind of get us ready for more of that application where this is actually used and how we can use it to be better at common situations. So the first one is about proper tipping. It says it is customary to leave an 18% tip when eating at a restaurant. And what would the proper tip be on a $32.98 dinner bill? So let's try to find those words in here, those keywords we're looking for. 18% is a big one, and 32.98 is another big one. So obviously 18 is my percent over 100. Now, is that 32.98 the is or the of? I'm trying to figure out what is the proper tip of a $32.98 bill. So I am actually looking for the is. And another way to keep that in mind, if you do it the wrong way, you're going to be tipping a lot, like a lot. So we're going to find a tip, and obviously the tip on a dinner bill on how much you're paying is not very much money. It's 18% is almost like move the decimal to the left once and then double that number. So it should be somewhere around $6. If you do it the wrong way, I'll talk about the wrong way after I do the right way. Let's do it that way. So in order to solve this, I just want to multiply by 32.98 on both sides. So 32.98 times 18 divided by 100. So I was close. I said about $6. Since this is a money amount, I'm going to go ahead and round to my cents. And I'm going to say that we have $5.94. If you do it the wrong way would be putting it this way. Because we were pretty sure that 18% was the percentage. But if you do it this way, you're going to get 3298 and then divided by 18. You're going to get that the tip is $183. I don't think you need to spend that much to go out to dinner. All right, some North Bend demographics. These numbers might be a little bit dated, but that's okay. What percent of people in North Bend are female? R is another tense for the word is. So this is my is number, this is my of number, and I'm looking for the percent. So percent over 100 equals the number of females over the total. Multiply both sides by 100, and we will be good to go. We get 53.6. Okay. Moving on. Got a little dream space table. So the following shows the distribution of dreams Mr. Gall has each night. These are definitely a little outdated. That's okay. Let's get right into it. So I want to just double check. I think at one point when I had this, I had a mistake in my totals. Okay, that is 100%, so that works out. I think one version of this problem, I've used this for a lot of years. I think it was a little bit off. So if Mr. Gall slept 315 minutes last night, how many minutes were spent dreaming about Clash of Clans? Shows you how dated it is. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. So 21 is the percentage we're working with. The total time I slept ends up being my of, and the specific number of minutes that were spent is the is. So we're looking for the is. 21 over 100 equals my is over my of. Multiply both sides by 315. 315 times 21 divided by 100. So I roughly spent an hour, apparently, dreaming about Clash of Clans. Not likely anymore, but oh well. Mr. Gall spent 150 minutes dreaming about math last night. So how many hours did I sleep? I want to round the answer to the nearest hundredth. Couple different things going on in this problem. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So first of all, we're concerned with math. Thank goodness. That's probably pretty realistic. And 150 minutes, when it's dreaming about a specific thing, that makes it the is. And we're looking for the of. Okay, we're looking for how long did I sleep total. The thing that you always want to remember is As much as the is over of equals percent over 100, when it comes to application problems like this, it really becomes partial over total equals partial over total. Okay. The 150 minutes that I spent dreaming was a partial because it was only part of what I dreamt about. It was only the math dreaming, and I'm looking for that x, the total amount of time that I slept. We can use cross products if we want to. We can go 34x is equal to 150, 100, 15,000. How about that? Divide both sides by 34. And x is going to equal 441.18, I guess. But that's not what this asked for. This is the number of minutes that I slept. It asks for how many hours. And how do we turn minutes into hours? We divide that by 60 for the 60 minutes in 1 hour. So when we divide it by 60, we get 7.35 hours. Which is roughly 441 minutes. All right. Anyways, that being said, that's it for today, and hopefully you got something out of it, especially out of the application part. The solving percent proportions is one aspect, but then dealing with how that looks in the long run is a little bit different. So make sure you get all the notes down, get any questions you have. Otherwise, have a great day, and we will see you in class.